Hi friends, Magus Supreme here coming at you guys with another reading. Uh, I know it's been quite a while since I got to say that phrase and it feels good to be back. Um, as you guys can see, I'm in my own place now. So I will be able to continue to post content. I'll be able to take personal readings again. I'll make sure I put in my description the full gamut of the services that I provide. I might even add more, but everything will be in the description box. Let's see. Is there anything else I have to say? Other than that, just a lot of personal things like, all praises go up for me being able to do this again, for me having this place. And, you know, I can talk you guys off forever and ever, but we're just going to get into what this video is in pile selection. So for this reading, I pulled messages from the other side. I've actually written, like I've been practicing automatic writing because I do it for myself even when I journal and I like try to divine into my own messages. I use automatic writing. So I've been working on that and crafting and cultivating that skill for about the past month or two. For about the past month or two, I've been trying to cultivate that skill. So I've been putting it to work here, and I've just been writing down what I've been hearing. We got a couple messages from like a few deities, a bunch of passed on spirits, and just like names that might mean something to whoever they're meant for. But yeah, I'm ready to get into the reading. So for pile selection, let me make sure I write that down. Pile selection. So for pile selection, we have pile 1 with this beautiful soda light. Get a good look at it. It's nice and blue. For pile 2, we have rose quartz. It's a nice big chunk of rose quartz. And for pile 3, we have amethyst. So take the time to figure out which pile is yours. And once you guys feel comfortable picking a pile, we will begin. So starting with pile 1. So if you chose the sodalite crystal, then this message is for you. So your message, pile 1, that I channeled from my automatic writing, the name Galahad, the name Marcus, and the name Ptolemy came to me. Now for Marcus, I heard Marcus Aurelius, and for Ptolemy, I know Ptolemy is a famous philosopher from the Greek time, I believe. I don't know why those names came to me. Galahad is the Knight of the Round. But here's your message, pile 1. You are a refined spirit. Carry yourself with grace and dignity. You have a quiet and understated power about you. Don't mistake this for weakness or infirmity of your character. Your shine is bright, quiet, and gentle, but you shine no less. That was a very beautiful message. Maybe that resonates with you guys. And the biggest thing that I have to tell you guys is that the fact that you picked the sodalite crystal, it actually works in conjunction with this message. The sodalite crystal is all about like actually speaking up. Like it helps you voice your opinions. It helps you like really like speak out about the things that bother you. Especially since you have a quiet and gentle energy. Maybe some of you guys can kind of use a boost in this area to like actually like vocalize and verbalize what you want out of the world, out of life, out of people. The sodalite is also a protective stone. It protects you from attacks from other people, which is like really, really beautiful. Every time I hear the name Galahad, I think of Galahad as a big, strong man, as like a shield. And the fact that you picked the sodalite, and I feel like, and I'm getting this now, that Galahad is an advocate for truth and justice. I don't know anything about him as a Knight of the Round. I think he's like one of the less talked about ones. But I feel like his energy of like truth, of justice, and of dignity is like coming through really, really strong here, especially with the soda light crystal. Speak your truths, even if you do it in like a quiet way. Always make sure that you stick up and advocate for yourself, because you're not weak, Power One. You're just graceful and dignified. So for your cards, I have a card that represents the past energy. I have one that you guys are special. You got two cards that represent your present energy, one card for what you can expect in the future. So in the past, and a big shout out to Zoe for giving me these oracle cards here. These are Khalil Gibran, the Prophet oracle cards, and they're actually like really, really awesome. So for the past, you guys have enter the temple invisible. And at the bottom, it's prayer. So the fact that prayer is at the bottom and like this is about entering the temple, maybe some of you guys have really like in the past, like maybe, and I feel like this might be like more recent past or maybe a long past. I don't really have much of a time frame here, but I'm feeling more so recent that you guys have really started to like delve into like the aspect of like faith and like really trying to understand like who you guys are in relation to like maybe spirit or like the universe, whatever you want to call it. You guys have, some of you guys might have begun to like pray or like try to manifest in a certain kind of way. With Enter the Temple Invisible, you have definitely started connecting to your higher self in a certain kind of way, a higher self or whatever patron deity, God, or the universe, whatever you want to know the divine source as. You've been trying to connect to it a lot more, and that energy is being recognized here with Enter the Temple Invisible. I'll give you guys this deck. I'm gonna pick two more cards about about your past energy. I'm gonna pluck two clarifiers for it. I'm gonna try not to make this reading go on and on and on, because I don't know exactly how much space I have. Let me see. Please clarify to the temple of visible. Yes. Okay. Excellent. Yes. All right. So the three cards that you have to clarify your past energy is Temperance, the King of Swords, and the Magician. And what did I tell you guys? You guys have definitely like started like really encountering and like building a solid connection to your higher self. This is like mostly like mental and through like prayer, through your thoughts, maybe even like shifting your thoughts, being a little bit more faith-based, a little bit more optimistic, a little bit more positive in your life. And with the Magician here, like this is definitely going to be a big source of your power, because we also have the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck as well. With the Magician I think the Magician was at the bottom deck, and then the Queen of Wands is right under it. So this is like a really big sign. Like this, you're someone that's like pretty much like maybe divine or magical. You definitely have a more refined and noble spirit, especially with the King of Swords here. The King of Swords is the Swords card in general, like the court cards for the Swords, besides like the Page and the Knight. Once you really like sharpen your mind and gather the experience that you need in life, you become much more refined and dignified. The Queen of Swords is a very refined and dignified young lady, and the King of Swords is a very refined and dignified man. Now, you don't have to be a man like to really pick for this pile to like really resonate with you. But with the King of Swords and the Temperance here, like you're definitely clearing up your mind. You're bringing a balance to like your mind, your body, and your spirit. Like I feel that very strongly, especially with Enter the Temple Invisible being your card of the past. You've been really bringing a divine harmony into yourself and into your mind and your spirit. And this is increasing your power to manifest, your personal power in the world. Like you're really going to start seeing a shift and a change in everything if you've been keeping up this energy. So for the present, we have, okay, now everything is making sense. We have Scry Mirror, and everything will be okay. So with Scry Mirror is like a reinforcement. Like this card itself is like a big reinforcement of like your energy. Scry Mirror just talks about being able to like do things in the spirit as well. Like if you see other people who read tarot cards, other people do energy readings or divination or anything like that, Scribe Mirror is here to tell you that you can do that too. And if you've been forging a connection with spirit, with, universe, divine source, whatever you know it as, if you've been trying to forge a connection and bring a balance in your mind and really cleanse your energy, in the present state where you are now, spirit is telling you like, hey, you're good enough. You're worthy enough to like really start delving deeper into your power with this, especially with the magician and the queen of wands here. You guys will definitely have magic powers. So you can definitely like delve more into it and explore it a lot more in your present state, because this is the card of the present. And with everything will be okay, I get the feeling like this might be really, really new for some of you guys. Like, really trying to build a connection to spirit, really like realizing that you have power or like might have a power or two. But it might be scary, but just realize that everything is like okay. No harm will come to you as you practice or do these things or like really explore the depths of who you are. Right now, you're really getting the go ahead and the protection to like really go ahead and explore the spirit, to explore yourself as a spirit. What else do we got here? Let me get some clarifying cards for your present energy. But yeah, like I really feel like you guys have like power, even though, yeah, because it says here you're a refined and gentle soul, but you shine no less. Like, yeah. Your power is quiet and understated. I really feel like you guys have like the Hierophant. Here it is. You guys have really strong power. And right now you're really learning how to master it. And what I'm seeing with the Hierophant here and what I felt, and I didn't really say this, but if you really reach out to spirit, to the universe, and ask for help and ask for guidance and protection as you learn your powers, as you go through like trying to figure out what it means for you to be a spiritual being and to be connected, you will receive help and like good advice with the Hierophant card here. Yeah, okay. I need to keep playing. Yeah, Three of Pentacles, like work in collaboration with your spirit guides. That might still be pretty new to you guys. You might not even know who your spirit guides are. But as you start going in, like one thing I'm hearing is like you need to trust yourself. Like the things that you hear is exactly what you need to believe. What you know is what you know. And you'll just keep going and refining and keep going as you go deeper and deeper into the spirit and go deeper and deeper into exploring yourself. The crazy thing here is like we have two triangles here. And to me, the triangle is a symbol of power. It's a symbol of power. It's also one of the most, in engineering at least, one of the most stable and like firm structures that you can create. A triangle as a base is like really, really strong and can last you for quite a while. So you guys are going to have a strong base and a strong foundation and a wise teacher if you like lean on spirit to like really, really teach you and to like go forth with you in this. Because the next thing we have here at the bottom of the deck is the Page or the Princess of Cups. But the Princess of Cups, this is letting me know, like, definitely listen and follow your intuition. Like, you guys, I feel like you guys have been activated. And that's what I'm hearing. You guys have been activated. You probably had a spiritual experience, like, recently in the past, in a recent past. I need some water. This happens every time I channel. You guys might have had a spiritual experience in a recent past, and now you've been activated. If you didn't have a spiritual experience, then something happened in your life to make you turn to faith or to turn to spirit for help. And that was meant to happen. That was meant to be. And, everything is going to stabilize and secure itself. But now it's the time for you to like really explore yourself and explore your power and explore who you are as an individual. So in the future, like your future energy, we have community. And with the community card here is I feel like in the future, once you really spend some time like really getting to know yourself, getting to learn and trust your intuition, you're going to find other people who are just like you. Other people who've had like similar experiences to you. And with the community card here, I feel like you guys are actually going to have like a wonderful time and meet people who like really get and understand you. Especially since there's an 8 card. The number 8 is the number of like karmic rewards and karmic payout. Pretty much like you get what you reap what you sow kind of number. if you guys like really take the time out to really dedicate yourself to this, really learn and really like go with the guidance that you're getting here, really follow your intuition, follow your heart, and approach this with like a type of curiosity, because this high priestess, this page of cups here, princess of cups, she's like having this like thing, her cup like float in her hand and under the moon. Like this reeks of magic power. Like you guys are probably going to be like really powerful, really successful, or not successful, but really successful at like delving into the spirit and like really finding out more stuff about yourself and like your powers. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. This is the oracle message for the community card. This card signals a new affiliation with a group. Humans are social creatures, and we need to know that we are useful to our families and communities. In a community, everyone has an important function and feels I matter. Membership in a group provides a sense of belonging, of kinship, and a purpose that comes from working together for the greater fulfillment of all. Perhaps you're a part of a spiritual community or an artistic one. Perhaps you are in a learning community where you share your love of education. Regardless of its form or focus, your community brings you joy. You will be inspired by it and want to contribute to it. Your contribution may be as small as showing up or as large as becoming its leader. No matter your position in the group, your presence is needed. So yeah, pile one, shucks, pile one. You're definitely gonna come into harmony and meet a lot of people who like had similar experiences to you. I feel like right now you probably feel alone, feel like you're probably going crazy, but you're not really going crazy. You've just been going through an awakening and through an experience. And you're being invited down a rabbit hole. Because you will be guided, you'll be protected as you go down. And then once you do that, you'll find that, there's other people who've been through it too. Because in the end, we have, to clarify the community card, we have the sun. The sun is all about joy, happiness, celebration to me. It's about also a sense of accomplishment. Yeah, definitely a sense of accomplishment. And look at this woman. She is at peace here. Like, this is beautiful. Like, we can see the magician and the page of cups and then the sun. Like, at first, this woman is just like kind of like, to me, it looks like she's experimenting. She's learning. She's like a neophyte, an acolyte. Like, she's really just trying to go in and learn. Here, she's more secluded, like surrounded by water, and she's getting a little bit better. The thing that she's molding isn't really like broken anymore. She has a whole thing, and her power is like really resonating. And then here in the end, like this is like the sign of someone like completely at peace and at harmony. And to me, a mark of mastery. I'm hearing that. Like as you go forth and like really like delve into your spirit, into your energy, and really believe that you have powers, like really believe it. And if you continue down that path, you're gonna the star, like come on, you can't make this up. With the star card and the sun card, like if you really, really take the time out to really learn yourself, learn your spirit, learn your power, nothing but good things is gonna happen for you, Power One. Like there's a whole bunch of goodness just waiting to happen, but you have to like get over this initial fear of just of like yourself, of your spirit, and of like the spiritual realm. Like I really feel like that stuff is like really, really scary for you. But in the end, it's going to bring you opportunities with the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, Power One. Don't be afraid to dive into yourself and to explore your power and see what's going on. See what you can do. I heard that clearly. See what you can do. All right. I'm going to get some extraneous oracle cards here just to see what comes out for you guys. These cards are like really, really tiny. These are my Mildred Payne pocket oracle cards. I'll shuffle them and I'll pick 3 and then I'll end your message there. Because I don't want these to run on for too long. One of these days I'll sit down and do like a really, really long reading for each and every pile, like a good 3-hour reading or so. But I need a brand new set of everything for that. Excellent. So, pile one, you have boot, hat, and ribbon. So yeah, the boot to me is about protection, about your path being guided and protected. People, even though this is more like a fashion forward boot, to me, whenever I hear boots, I think of like heavy duty work, like heavy duty stuff. And I really feel like your foot, your path is protected. If you continue along this path, you will be protected. And you definitely have the number 20 there, or the number 2, which is about like coming into harmony. Here you have hat, which is a witch's hat in this deck, which is funny because, like I said, I feel like you guys are powerful, you guys are magical beings, and you're just starting to come into understanding of what that means for you and what you can truly do. Especially with the scry mirror being like in present in your reading as well. You guys are powerful people, and you're gonna like have to discover that, because in the end, this is a gift with the ribbon here. Your spiritual connection, your magic power, every whatever you want to call it, it's a gift. And it's meant to be explored, and it's meant to be explored in its entirety by you. And by doing so, you'll be honoring yourself, honoring your spirits, and honoring and like leading yourself on a path that's like very fulfilling, that's going to really lead you somewhere that you probably never really seen before, with the star and the sun card and the ace of pentacles, like in your future. Like your future is bright, very bright. You got the sun and the star card and then the ace of pentacles, which is radiating light here. So your future is very, very bright, pile one. Just don't be afraid of yourself, of your power and who you are, and just allow yourself to be you. So thank you for allowing me to be in your energy. Thank you for doing this with me, pile one. You can like, share, subscribe to the video. Like, share, or subscribe to my channel. Let's get this right. I'm so rusty. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. If you want to support me in any which way, all of that stuff is in the description box on how to like book a reading, my Amazon wish list, because I always love new cards. And as you can see, they will be put to use. Yeah. So thank you, pile one. Be blessed. If you chose the rose quartz, then this message is for you. Now, the rose quartz is a very popular stone. Everyone pretty much knows that the rose quartz is all about attracting love, being in harmony, the energy of love, 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 love. We all know that's what the rose quartz is all about. But the one thing that I feel like people don't really understand is that rose quartz actually kind of help you like love yourself. Because in order for you to attract love from other people, you have to find that love in and within yourself. Because the universe will not give you anything you're not ready for, or nothing that you can't already give to yourself first. So that way it can keep you from being dependent on other people, keep yourself from like always looking and searching in desperation for something to complete and fill you when you are complete all by yourself. Someone can only compliment you and not complete you. So if you chose this rose quartz, I feel like you needed to hear that message. So here's your spiritual message. Pile 2, you have a very strong feminine energy circling around you. Like very feminine energy came and spoke to you, Pile 2. And they also let me to grab the rose quartz for your energy as well, which I feel is a very feminine stone. So here's your message, your spirit message, Pile 2. Hey, beautiful, we see you and we support you. You will not be forsaken by the Divine Mother. She nurses you. You are special to her. I'm sorry, I gotta read my own handwriting. You are special to her. Go forth into the world knowing you are never alone. You never stand alone. There is legion behind you and with you. You are loved. Never forget that. So let me read that again. Hey, beautiful, we see you and we support you. You will not be forsaken by the Divine Mother. She nurses you. You are special to her. Go forth into the world knowing you are never alone. You never stand alone. Why do I keep saying that? You never stand alone. There is legion behind you and with you. You are loved. Never forget that. So in this reading, I will be doing like your past, your present, and then your future energy. In the past energy, we have these awesome Khalil Gibran, the Prophet Oracle cards. Big shout out to Zoe for gifting these to me. These were on my wish list, and she was kind enough to get them for me. So a big shout out to her. So in the past, we have rejoice through all seasons, eating and drinking. Now, what this tells me, pal, too, is that you just are coming off of like a really good time. Even if things wasn't really like going too well, you still found a way to like be happy, be content, and like really keep your energy and your vibrations really, really high. You found a way to be grateful. You found a way to find peace and to like really stay in peace with everything that's going on and that you've been going through. With this being a 9 card, the 9 to me represents like the closing of or close to an end of a cycle. Maybe you guys have just completed a big cycle in your life. We'll find out with the present card, but I really feel like you guys have like really been closing out like a really long cycle in your lives. You've been really heavily supported by feminine spirits, by the Divine Mother, because the names, shit, I forgot the names. Because the names that came to me were Ursula, Ein, and Sophia. I know Sophia, a lot of people call Sophia the Holy Spirit, the Divine Mother. And Ein, I know is the Ein Sof, which is like the first, or Ein Sophia. So I really feel like that energy of Ein Sophia, or like the goddess Sophia, what's she called? Like the Great Sophia or something like that. I'm not too familiar with her, but her energy is like very, very strong in here. I pulled your cards and I did everything for you very, very easily. And I don't know about the name Ursula. Maybe you guys are named Ursula. Maybe you know someone who's passed whose name is Ursula, or maybe that name means something to you. But I can recognize 2 out of 3 of those names. So yeah, in the past you have rejoiced through all seasons, and I feel like you guys were heavily guided and heavily protected as you were completing a cycle. We have the Knight of Pentacles, which tells me like, yeah, this was definitely something that's been dragging on for a lot. You had to practice patience and gratitude. I'm hearing like you really had to put virtues to the test. The Hangman, yes. It really felt like you was going nowhere, but even though like the seasons wasn't like all the way good, you rejoiced through all of them. You found a way to be grateful, to be patient, to like really, like this is like real strong divine feminine energy. Like you really let your divine feminine energy like shine in the past. Whatever it was that you just overcame, or like whatever just happened, you were strong all through it, pal, too. Like, kudos to you. Like, very strong in a feminine way, not even in a masculine way where, you picked up your big boy or big girl pants, so you went out into the world. Like, no, you stayed still, you stayed in control, and you just allowed things to, like, flow, the good and the bad times, which is very, very powerful. It's very hard to do that. So, kudos to you, pal, too. Because at the bottom, we have the 3 of Pentacles. And with the 3 of Pentacles, this just lets me know, like, you guys could probably be very spiritual, especially since you have the Ein Sophia coming out. You guys could also be very spiritual. You guys could also, like, have, like, your own practices, your meditative, magical, manifesting practices that you guys implement and do. But either way, whatever you've been using to get through this, you were heavily supported and guided by Holy Spirit. And you guys made it. So let's check the present energy. We have number 22, service. One thing that I noticed about like all these 3 cards, and we'll see in the third one, the only thing that I really noticed and pay attention to was like there's a big emphasis on women and feminine energy in all your cards. Like I said, this pile I was able to like really channel the message easy and pick the cards up easily as well. It just came to me. It flowed very, very peacefully, very much like feminine energy. With service being here and the present energy, I really feel like you're meant to like go out and help other people who just been through what you've been through. Maybe you're someone who who cares and who gives back. What sweetness to give yourself the service to give yourself to service someone with all your love. People talk a lot about money scarcity or our fear that there is never enough money, that if we give our money it will not come back to us, that we feel we don't deserve money. But we can also have this fear around love. Love can also be viewed as a currency. This can come from an ultimate lack of love for ourselves when we don't pay enough attention to giving ourselves validation and deep love and care. We tend to look to others to do that for us. So it becomes like a currency. This person gave me this much love, so in return I would give them this much attention. It is a way for us to feel like we won't give all of our love away, only to have nothing given back to us. If you love yourself deeply, it is the well that never runs dry. If your well is overflowing, let it shower on those around you. People you love, strangers, environments. Your love has an effect on everything, and little acts of kindness will not be forgotten by those who are on the receiving end. This card encourages you to act in loving service to the world around you. You can hush a shout with the gentleness of the rippling water of your ever-flowing well. Yeah, Pal too. You guys have very strong divine feminine energy. And one of the biggest things that I feel like this is telling you is don't let yourself be tapped out. Like you probably are overflowing with love right now, overflowing with positive feminine energy. And if you are like in that space where you're like overflowing, go out into the world and do it. Like really be soft, a gentle and beautiful spirit that you are, Pal too. You guys are beautiful, beautiful people. Like I'm just like feeling like your energy is like that of like divine beauty. You guys, if you're not this way, you should be very kind to other people. And one of the biggest messages that I got out of there, because I said this when I was doing the energy of the rose quartz, is that most importantly, you need to love yourself and fill yourself up first, Pal too. Maybe through the season, like, you know, someone probably did you wrong in the past, like where you gave your love and like you felt like you had to like give this person love so they can like be back with you or whatever. But you've learned that you need to give to yourself, or at least you're in that process of doing that right now, since this is like the card of your present. You're learning to like give to yourself, and whenever you have excess of love or whenever you feel like you've done enough or have enough, you go out into the world. I was going to do like these oracle cards after, but I felt the need to like pull this since it was stuck in there, and we have the broom. Yeah, so you guys are going to like really going through like a cleanup in your life. Really just like sweeping out the things that no longer serve you, and really just making sure that you tend to your garden and fill up your well with things that only fill you with love and positivity, especially starting with yourself and going out there and like cleaning up the world. Five of Swords. Yeah, you guys. Yeah. You guys have been like really being really patient. You guys have been really saintly for the most part for whatever it is that you're going through. And right now, I really feel like there's conflict around you, or people trying to bring conflict to you. And in order for you to disperse the conflict or whatever it is that people are trying to bring to you, you need to do it with love, with positivity, with radiance, and with gentleness. You see how this womanly figure, again with the women energy, is just gently caressing the sun? Is not this whole card reeks of like love, peace, and kindness, and that's the energy that you guys should be in your present energy, in the present, and that's the energy that's like strongly encouraged for you. Because if you stay in this energy, new things are going to start coming in for you. You're going to see manifestations rolling in. Or you completed a cycle and things are taking a turn for the better for you, Pal, too. Especially right here, right now, in the present. Even though people are trying to come up against you, maybe people got something smart to say, maybe people are just trying to test your gangster, test your saintlyhood, you're going to pass. And like I said in the thing, if someone is shouting at you, you just silence them with love. Be gentle, be graceful, because you are heavily supported by divine feminine energy, and you need to stay in alignment with that energy, because that's where a lot of your power is in. Just allowing things to like flow and things to like come, and not really like pushing against the current or the wave, but just like surrendering and just going, being like a gentle river. This is like a really powerful reading, pile too. So we're going to check your future. So in the future, you have new life in reverse. So with new life in reverse for like your future energy, what this is telling me, it's like right now, you're currently, like I said, you completed that cycle, but you don't know that you finished something big in your life and that you went through it with grace, pile too. You probably still see a lot of a lot of stuff just like kind of happening around you. But and even that's going to carry on even into the future, because in the future, when things are brand new, you're not really going to believe it. Like you might feel like everything is going to be the same old, but pile two, your life is going to change drastically, and your life is changing drastically. It's beginning today. Let me read new life and protection for you. Let me see. You are trying too hard to create all that you desire without the nurturing and vital force of spirit. Oh no, wrong one. Which one is it? This is 39. Here it is. You must acknowledge your inexperience and gently allow yourself to be like the delicate new bud opening. It's okay to admit you may not know something. You are at the beginning of things and haven't yet hit your stride. Be immersed in the newness of it all, and don't try to rush the learning process. New life has its own timetable for maturity. Be here now. Life loves you. And what was I telling you about not trying to really push against everything, just allowing life to like unfold for you. Just being like the river and just allow everything like flow into your life. In the future, it's going to take some time for like your new energy and your new life to like unfold before you. You're going to be stuck in like the dark. And one of the biggest things that I know about this, because this is like kind of like resonating with me as well, and like in my life, it's like when a new life unfolds for you, everything is going to happen step by step. Okay? You're not going to have like the grand plan. You're not going to have the big roadmap of your new life. But what you have to do is like remain calm, remain in the energy of love and peace, and just go through your life with grace. And the more you can practice that and the better you get at that, the more you can just like ease on into your brand new life and allow your new life to unfold before your very eyes. And that's something that's like really, really being like pitched to you right now. There is still more of these oracle cards stuck in there. These are my Mildred Payne pocket oracles. The other one that we have is the mirror card. And what I'm feeling here, because I did pull this out for the future energy, is mirror and stump. Like in the future, you're going to have to really make sure that you really keep a firm eye on yourself. Make sure that you check your energy, and make sure that you don't get stuck in like the rat race, or like get stuck in like, the challenges that comes up in life. Because really allowing yourself to like keep your connection strong to your spirituality, to be soft, to be gentle, and to like really just allow yourself to ease into things is going to be powerful. I know I keep repeating the same thing over and over again, but I really feel like that is like the crux of this message. Is ease, is gentle, is love. You need to keep that in mind, especially for your life, pal, too, if you resonate with this pal. You're meant to be someone graceful, someone that's loving, kind, and open. Yeah, because we have the nine of wands and the page of swords for your future energy, and then we have the two of wands here at the bottom. We got 332. All right. But yeah, with the nine of wands and the page of swords, what this is telling me is that like in the future, like things might seem like it's a little tough, like you're kind of just like going through like the darkness, but that's only if you really just try to like pick up this sword. You see how this feminine figure is like getting up and she's getting ready for war and battle. If you really keep trying to fight against your circumstances, really just try to figure things out with your mental instead of like feeling your way and intuitively feeling your way through your life, you're going to have a hard time. So what I'm really feeling like is that you need to sit down and like really just like write to the universe, write to Holy Spirit what you want out of your life, and just allow those things that you want, those things that you're plotting on, to unfold in your life, because it very much will, especially if this is about a lover or like just your life in general. This is a big period of like making sure that you really check yourself, that you really reflect upon yourself, and not to allow yourself to get stuck in low vibrational energies, because you are heavily supported by Holy Spirit. You have strong feminine energies around you, pile two, and you need to be into the energy of the feminine energy. Now I'm gonna pull some of these Love Island oracles for you. Something's told me like I need to pull like at least some love cards for you guys. So I'm gonna pull one for the past, one for the present, and one for your future. Give me a card for the past, for pile two's past. And this is in the area of love. The Phoenix. A new phase, rekindle, renewed transformation, growth, and a changed mind. Like, yeah, you guys have really been through, like, in the past, like, just a rebirth, like, coming into yourself. Like I said, with the fact that the rejoice through all the seasons is a number 9, there's been an ending, a closing of a cycle in your past. And with the Phoenix coming up for your past energy, like a new phase, a rekindle, renew, and transformation, that's been confirmed for me. In terms of love, you guys have made the promise to yourself to like do things differently and to like really grow and transform your energies. So what do we have here in the present for love? Speak to me, Holy Spirit. Oh boy, that could have just been crazy. Abundance. Keep a positive mindset. Manifest exactly what you want. Gratitude and bliss. And that's big Sun card and Three of Wands energy. Like I said, and the fact that the Five of Swords, like at least how I'm looking at it, is like closer to past energy. It's like you're transitioning from Five of Swords into the Sun and Three of Wands. Like, you're in this period right now, you need to really realize that you are blessed. Pile 1, pile 2. You've been through a lot. You closed out a really heavy cycle, and now you just need to realize that you have a new life now, especially with that being in the future and in reverse. You might end up struggling, like really seeing how your life is like different, because you might fall in and out of this high feminine energy. You might really fall out of it. Here it is in your message. Know that you never stand alone. You probably felt really alone, even though you are like really doing things and like really trying to be a new person. You probably still feel alone. But what you need to realize is that if you keep a positive mindset, you are going to get exactly what you want. You're being heavily supported by a Holy Spirit, by the Divine Mother. So keep your energy strong right now in this present, especially when it comes to love and for money. Just remain positive and don't let don't let like unfortunate incidents or like things that like backfire like kind of just like, get you down. Keep your energy high and realize that if something fails, then it just wasn't meant for you. That person wasn't meant for you. That thing wasn't meant for you. Keep your mindset positive and focus on the future, especially in terms of love. And then in the future, we have girl talk. And like I said, in these two cards as well, there's also feminine figures in here as well. This is a very womanly feminine energy reading. It's like oozing. It's oozing out of this reading. So with girl talk, we have time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, and having fun. So yeah, in the future, don't even like really give too much about like I said, things that go wrong. Enjoy the moment. Just go out there and make sure that you have fun for yourself and enjoy your brand new life. Because with you just like casually being yourself, going out there, making sure you look pretty, and then going out to the club with your girlfriends, partying and drinking or whatever it is that you do. If you keep yourself like open, like just happy, and like just like really make sure and put that energy out there that you're content by yourself. At the bottom, we have a heart with a key. Like if you keep that energy of like being content, being happy, and truly like really feel being happy by yourself and enjoying the moment and having fun, there's going to be someone that's going to come in. Because we have welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together, and perfect. You're going to attract the divine soulmate once you really learn to like really be grateful for everything that's happening and to not let challenging times get you down. How to move through challenging times with like grace and dignity, and realizing that true love comes from yourself first. That loving yourself is like the greatest form of love, and really learning to appreciate and be by yourself, because you are never truly by yourself. Learning how to do that will definitely will shift your whole life. It's how you open up your brand new life. It's the key to unlocking your brand new cycle. Living your life from your heart and living your life out of love. And doing that, you will meet your soulmate. Or yeah, you will meet your soulmate. I tried to switch it around, but no, you will meet your soulmate that way. This is definitely in the future, because I said it in between the present and the future. So somewhere in between that time frame, you do that, and you will be attracting your soulmate, or like get into the energy of bringing your soulmate to you with the law of attraction. So, Pal 2, if you enjoyed the reading, please make sure to leave a like, a comment. If you're not already, please subscribe for more of these excellent pick a card readings. If you guys want to support my channel, you can find all that information in the description box, my Amazon wish list, my pricing for my personal readings if you would like one. And thank you so much, and be blessed. Okay, the rose quartz. If you chose the amethyst crystal, then this reading is for you. Now, if you chose the amethyst crystal, the amethyst rules the crown and third eye chakra. This is a very strong stone with connecting to your higher self, connecting to the spiritual realm, and connecting to guides, and also for like visualizing like your future and things of that nature. Because the third eye rules like planning, viewing visions, being able to like see ahead and really see in a future. Yeah, I can't escape that. So if you guys pick this pile, and this is like my pile, you guys might be really strong, like soothsayers. You guys might be psychic. You might have the power of precognition. Precognition is being able to see things before it happen. Or you might have a really strong power to manifest whatever you think. Like whatever you think or whatever you focus on in your mind, you can bring it to you just like that. Like you are very powerful manifestors and have a very strong and close bond with spirit. I'm hearing that very, very clearly. So this is like for you if you picked pile 3. So pile 3, you're a little bit unique. Oh, that's right. I have a spiritual message for you guys. The energies that came in, or the names that came up, was Odin, Grace, and Vera. I know Odin, and I know that grace is like, like divine grace, like compassion, but I don't know who Vera is. So if that name like means anything to you, let me know. It's Veera. It might not have to be spelled that way, but if that name means anything to you, please let me know. So here's your channeled message, Pile 3. Wise soul, hear me and hearken to my message. There is great blessings entering into your life. You have overcome many trials in your quest for truth and self. Congratulate yourself as we are congratulating you. You have fought a hard fight, and though some of you who hear this have more battles to fight, you can rest assured knowing a reprieve is near. Enjoy your life and party hardy. When I seen that party hardy message, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to say that. It's kind of cheesy, but Odin's an old man. I know his energy well, and I was surprised that he came in because he normally doesn't talk. But like I said, something big has happened. So for the card that represents like you guys' past, I had the Khalil Gibran the Prophet Oracle cards. A big shout out to Zoe for giving me these cards off my Amazon wish list. And, you know, big shout out to her. Like I said, I love receiving cards. And if you do give me cards, they will be used in readings. So here in your past energy, we have keeping pace with the earth. Now, I used these cards before and I read for another person. And when I seen keeping pace with the earth and past energy, because the underlying essence of it is about work. You guys, like your channel message says, you guys have been working hard. You guys have fought a hard fight. Like, you've really been through a lot, Pile 3. You guys have been like really putting your nose to the grindstone, really been working on yourself, been working on your physical like surroundings and things of that nature, like your physical manifestations, I'm feeling. And you guys are probably really just been working. With 11 here, this is the number of master. I know in numerology 11 is the mastery number. It's the number of the master magician, the master manifester. And like I said, with the amethyst, you guys have probably been honing your powers to manifest exactly what you want into your life and really just starting to realize that you really can do that. And on a personal note about this, since this is my pile and I'll share this, I've been looking for a piece of moldavite for months now, and probably even before that, like almost like half this year, I've been looking for a piece of moldavite. And I finally found it, just like going out into the world and like really following my intuition, allowing myself to be led by my intuition. And I ended up coming across a shop that had only 4 pieces of authentic moldavite. It cost a pretty penny, but I was able to get it and I can wear a piece. And this is something that I feel like you guys need to hear. Like, that might come through in present energy, but in the past energy, you guys have really been working hard and working on yourself. And like you said, it's been on the path of finding truth and of self. It's a quest. And you've overcome many trials on that quest. Wow, that was easy. Okay. So we ended up here with this is the Hierophant and the 4 of Wands. So with the Hierophant and the 4 of Wands, the Hierophant is a spiritual teacher, a spiritual leader. And with this work here with the 4 of Wands and the past, because at the bottom we also have the 3 of Swords and the 10 of Wands, I'm going to take both of those as well. Like, I really feel like you guys have really come off a really hard path. Like, really just trying to make sure that you allow yourself to be led by your intuition, by your higher self. Because the Hierophant to me is always the card of like a higher self or like a divine being or deity. You've been really like staying true to that, to like that spirit, to the spiritual teachings and the things that you really believe believing in of yourself. And I feel like with this 4 of Wands, like closer towards the end of like this whole thing, there's cause for a celebration because you've really been going through a lot with this 10 of Wands here, and you've been going through it blind. Only thing you can see in front of you was this hardship. Only thing you've been eating was hardship and work and heartbreak and betrayal and disappointment left and right. You really been put through the ringer, pile 3. You really have. But towards the end of this energy, you can start to celebrate and be a little bit more open. So, like I said, you guys are special, pile 3, because you actually have 3 cards for your present. You have Pink Bubble Fairy. The Pink Bubble Fairy is actually about like manifestation, about putting in your wishes and your desires into the universe so that they can be fulfilled. And I feel like right now that's something that you guys have been seeing, because we also have what is hidden will be revealed. What's been revealed for you guys, and I felt this like very, very strongly, is that you guys can manifest what you want. Like, you guys are powerful, pile 3. If you really keep in march, keep pace with the earth, keep pace with spirit, keep pace with the universe, and keep your eyes on the prize and really let them know what you want, like, you can have it. Especially since you picked the amethyst, like a really strong and activated crown chakra and a really powerful third eye chakra. Those 2 things make a powerful manifester, and this is what you guys are. And I keep mentioning the third eye chakra. The Hierophant has a third eye on her head, and here go another eye here. Like, you guys are really watched over by divine beings. And even on the Pink Bubble Fairy, like this dragonfly here has an eye for a face. Like, you guys are really being watched by spirit. Like, being watched by, I'm feeling like the Most High, or like really higher order celestial spirits and beings. You guys are really watched over. They watch you with great interest. And like I said, like even in your channel message, it's like congratulate yourself as we are congratulating you. Like, you've been watched and you've been judged and found worthy. And because you are a powerful manifester, and that's what spirit, this whole trial and everything has been trying to show you, that you really can bring into fruition whatever you want. Only thing you got to do is just like keep going and keep putting in the work. Don't give up and don't quit, and you'll get what you want. Because we also have the lonely journey of the high priestess, and the fact, of the priestess, but I said the high priestess, so I'm gonna take that as a significant. With the lonely journey of the priestess, this is all about walking the path alone, walking a windy road, like filled with twists, turns, surprises. And like I said, in the past, there's probably been a lot of disappointments, a lot of setback, and you guys have really been through it. And this is like showing up here, like with the lonely journey of the priestess. You guys have been really going through and like really doing everything like literally on your own. Everything that you got and everything that you get in the present moment is going to be because you did it. You worked for it. You manifested it. You came, you saw, and you conquered. Pile 3. And this is like really, really powerful energy. What's being revealed and what was hidden from you was that you're actually a very powerful being who was blessed by very high order spirits and energy. You have grace bestowed upon you in your life, and you're watched over by the All-Father, by Odin himself, with wisdom, with magic, with really high ordered beings, because Odin is like is like the head of his pantheon. You guys are watched over by really powerful beings and spirits. So let me pluck some clarifying cards, pull some tarot cards to clarify your present energy. Excellent. First card we have is the Chariot. Like, there's been a victory in your present life, especially with the pink bubble fairy and what is hidden will be revealed. You guys have really just been going forward, like on this path. Like, you guys have been fighting a good fight, and you're still up and you're ready to go. And you're really about to start reaping like really big rewards. As your channel message says, like, great blessings are entering into your life. And the Chariot card is just that to me, great blessings. Here it is, the Five of Pentacles with the lonely journey of the priestess. You've been doing this alone and all by yourself. Like, this guy here just has whatever he can carry. And with the key in the door hole, this is about opening up a brand new path. You've been doing this all by yourself, all by your lonesome. And you just really been allowing yourself to like really walk this path and go down this road and get whatever it is that you wanted to get and to manifest the things you wanted to manifest. And here it is with the Four of Cups. This is spirit about to start handing you things. Like, you've really been going through it. Like, even in this thing, this coconut is about to fall on this guy's head, but he's not giving up. He's not taking his eyes off the prize that spirit is presenting him. The Four of Cups is also about like meditation, like really being strong and like, emotionally grounded. I don't know if that's really what it is, but that's what this is feeling like to me, making sure that you stay emotionally grounded in this present moment. Like, to me, this is also about like gifts. Like, you really are about to start receiving heavily, pile 3. Like, spirit is about to start blessing you with everything that you've ever really wanted, as long as you really maintain that energy and have the faith and the belief that you will receive. So in your future energy, we have deep knowing. The deep knowing card is the card of intuition. I need to read the message for this. They told me to read the prosperity message for deep knowing in the future. But yeah, this is all about your intuition, pile 3. You guys are powerful manifestors, and part of having a very strong and active crown and third eye chakra is having really powerful intuition and really strong intuitive insights. And here we also have the owl, like wisdom. And what did Odin say? Ooh. And what did Odin say? Like, he called you a wise soul, pile 3. And here we have the owl and the deep knowing card, like on top of the moon, which is all about intuition. With another moon, like, you guys are very strong, very powerful manifestors, very strong psychics, intuitives, precognitives, clear cognizant. Like, you guys are very powerful people. So with deep knowing, it's about intuition, listening to the oracle within, empathy, and hypersensitivity. And I will be reading a prosperity message. This is a time where your hunches will pay large dividends if you listen to them. Like I said, with me listening to my intuition, I ended up finding my Moldavite piece that I wanted for quite a long time. If you listen to them, take the risk and act. Within you, there is an oracular consciousness, a higher and deeper knowing that transcends the machinations of the smaller thinking mind. At the deep level of your intuitive senses, you have access point to the genius of the collective, the energies of all thinkers and creators, all inventors and leaders, and all that you need in order to leap into success and are available to tune into. This is an act of listening intently. Past the busy mind, your genius awaits. Give your intuition more credence and more voice. And I feel like your present moment, like this is what's been building up. Like you've been working hard, doing things by your own strength. But in this present moment, you're really realizing just how powerful your intuition is, how easily you can bring things into your life and how greatly you can manifest. And I've been, like I said, this is my pile. I've been seeing signs of that in my life like as well. So this reading is like super resonant and like deeply personal for me for me. But you guys have really just been seeing just how powerful you are and just how capable you are as an individual, how deep your intuition really is. And in the future, you're going to really start trusting that a lot more, and trusting it a lot more is really going to bring you fortune. It's going to bring you fortune. We have the Empress here, a fertile, happy life. The Empress is like someone, is the divine feminine energy, and divine feminine energy is all about intuition and listening to your intuitive insights and following along with them. I also feel like with the Empress here, you guys are going to get it on in the future. Your intuition is going to impregnate you with a bunch of ideas, a bunch of new fertile ideas that no one's ever really thought of, or things that people haven't really acted on yet. But following your intuition is really going to lead you to where you got to go, because you also have the Knight of Wands here. With the Knight of Wands, like really acting, and this is what came through with the message from Deep Knowing, really knowing like who you are and like acting upon your intuitive insights, acting upon those ideas will really lead you to great prosperity. This is like, I don't know how much clearer I can be, Pile 3. Like, you guys are very strong, very powerful, intuitive, precognition. Like, you guys have a really active crown third eye, and some of you even a really strong soul star chakra. And here it is, the card at the bottom. Well, actually another card, but the card at the bottom is, oh my God, this is such beautiful energy. We have the High Priestess here. And what was I telling you guys about like your intuition? This is all about like hearing your intuition, like knowing and seeing. And with the Empress and the High Priestess together, and we even had the lonely journey of the Priestess, and now the High Priestess shows up. You guys are very, very deeply connected to higher order beings and spirits in the spiritual realm. You have very powerful energies watching over and protecting you. And with this Deep Knowing card, you can draw insight and energy from them, from ascended masters, from really strong deities, and like really knowledgeable angels. You have a strong, strong connection to them. And it's time for you to like really like pay attention to the things that they tell you, and to your intuitive insights, to not really allow yourself to be held up anymore. The Hangman is also a change of perspective. Like, it's also being called out of like this sad and abysmal energy that you like always been in. There's a new life for you, and your life is changing. Listen to your message, Pile 3. Your life is changing, and your life will be forever changed from this point on. Your life has been forever changed. In order to keep this energy going, you need to follow your intuition and to change your perspective on your entire life. Get out of your mind and get into your intuition, get into your spirit. Because only by following your spirit and blindly doing what it says and like trusting your intuition and acting with the Knight of Wands here, and trusting your knowing with the High Priestess, and you being referred to as a priestess or a priest twice in this reading, your intuition is very powerful, and you are very deeply and spiritually guided. And that's going to be how you're going to live your life. That's your new normal, Pile 3. Is living your life from your intuition instead of from your genius intellect. So allow yourself to like really go into new things blindfolded, try things out, do things that you never really done before, and like really just do it with the sense that you know that everything is really going to work out because you are in collaboration here with the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles came up in every single one of these piles, and I used a bunch of different decks, and the Three of Pentacles always showed up. You are in close collaboration with your spiritual guides and with higher order beings and higher order deities, levels, and energies in the spiritual realm. So trust that, trust them, and move forward in that knowledge. So I'm going to pull some additional oracle cards for you, pile 3. I'm going to pull a Moonology card, and then I'm going to do 2 of my pocket oracles from my Mildred Payne pocket oracles. Yeah. First one we have our emotions are running high, and then we have look at the bigger picture. Yes. With emotions are running high and look at the bigger picture, like I said, you really have to like really make sure that you keep yourself like calm with this 4 of Cups here. Keep yourself calm in the present moment. Don't give people the reaction that they want out of you. Remember like your higher order and look at the bigger picture. Remember who you are. Remember like your training. Remember what you've been going through. Remember your past and remember your connection to a higher order spirits. Look at the bigger picture and realize that, you know, sometimes people might not understand you or they're going to see things differently than you. But it's your responsibility to remain calm, remain grounded, and stay firm and stay strong within yourself. And just like really realize that, you know, some people just know not what they do to you, pile 3. You have a bigger picture and a bigger perspective on your life and on a lot of things. And you need to really make sure that you trust your knowledge and trust in yourself, pile 3. That's very, very clear. Trust yourself because you're connected to something great and powerful. The Axe. The axe card is, to me, every time I see the axe, I think of the story of Elijah, where he was out chopping wood. One of the young boys that was with him, broke his axe, and then his axe fell into the river, and his axe head fell into the river. Elijah fashioned like some stick or something. So he did something, and he tossed it into the river, and then the axe head ended up floating in the river. The boy fished it out and they was able to repair the axe. But this is about like really trusting your intuition and really understanding who you are. Like Elijah was blessed and heavily favored by God. And that's something here that's like really, really coming through for me as well in this reading. You are blessed and heavily favored. So really realize what that means for your life and just like how powerful you truly are and how you can just do something that seems to make no sense to everyone else, but things are just going to work out for the best for you. We have the ribbon. The ribbon to me is the promise of good times ahead. There's going to be, like your channel message said, there's going to be great blessings entering into your life. So you need to really trust that. And here we have the boy and the moon. 2 cards representing 5 because we have 14 and 5 and they both boil down to 5. Then we have 56 and then 59, a lot of 5s. Great change that's happening into your life. And this is coming through with you realizing that you can't live your life like you did in the past with just like keeping your nose to the grindstone, being really cerebral and just like going forth and working. You've been awakened to a higher way of doing things. And like I said, like I always say, whenever I touch my Moonology cards, I have a really close connection to the moon. And here's the moon showing up. So hilarious. Like just a little anecdote for me. Because like I said, this reading is also for me as well. So there's the moon and then the boy, the moon child. You are a child of your intuition, of being guided by it. You're guided by your intuition. And that's going to be your new normal, and that's going to be your new life, is living your life as a high priest, high priestess, someone who listens to their intuition, who goes along with their intuition, and those who just know. That's clear cognizant ability. Your spirit guides, your angels, and everyone, they talk to you through your mind and they inspire you through your ideas daily. And it's time for you to like really give that some credence and to act on the things that you hear and the things that you see, pile 3, because it's going to pay off for you in a big way, and it's going to make your life extremely interesting and bring forth so many blessings in your life. So pile 3, if you enjoyed the reading, please make sure to like, to comment, subscribe if you're not. Thank you guys for giving me your energy and allowing me to read for you. If you want to support my channel, all that stuff is in the description where you can donate or book a reading or just give or donate a deck to me, because I love cards and they will be used in the channel. So thank you, Pile 3, for everything. Thank you, viewers. If you watched all 3 piles, thank you, and be blessed.